Hey guys, how's it going? Ghostly Rich here today. As you can see, we are in a Dodge Avenger, and we're going to be switching out the radio. As you can see, we had a surprise attack from Captain Falcon trying to change the radio station. No, I'm kidding. Captain Falcon just didn't try to change the radio station. He just really hated this radio. So what's going to be happening is this radio is going to be disappearing from here, and I'm going to show you how to switch it out. First thing you're going to want to do is get yourself a panel popper. Next thing you're going to want to do is slowly pop around this silver trim ring. After you do, you're going to see these clips. Super easy. I just have this all popped out so I can show you easier. And the next thing you're going to do is take this with your fingers if you want. You can just pop up right here and then up, down there. So you can see there are some clips just like so, and they pop out. After you get to this point, now you're going to have this spot right here. You're going to lift up. And you're going to pull up on here, and then you're going to pull up around here and pull from over here. You can do that with the panel popper, your fingers. I usually do this one with my fingers. It's really easy. That comes out. Now we're up to here. Now it's time for another easy part. What you're going to do is stick your fingers in up over here, and you're going to pull back on this, and you're going to get this first silver clip out. Then you get the next silver clip out. You're going to work your way down, and this is where the trim popper helps. You're going to need a clip on that side, a clip over here, and there's going to be clips all the way down, and it gets really tough down here, down by your cigarette lighter. So you're going to reach in there with your fingers and pull that forwards. So, now you have all your wiring. If you want, leave it all connected. You don't really need to mess with that. Next thing you need to do, take a Torx driver, pull out Torx screw here, 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 and here. Pull out 4 of them. Rip this thing out, unplug it. You're ready for the wiring stage. Stay tuned, and I'll show you how to wire this baby. Hey guys, so what you're going to need, of course, is a stereo. We're going to be using a Sony XAV701HD. And then we're going to have our brackets. Since this is a doubled in, we needed the 95, 6511, or I think it's a 642 or 652 number in the best kits, but yeah, it's that. And then we have our pack module, which we need to talk with the car's computer, which is a CHY4. And what's awesome about this module is since we have to tag into the parking brake, unless you're using a TR7, TR7 is a parking brake bypass module. I have that on my channel. Feel free to look it up if you want to see how to wire that. But since we're not using one in this location, as you can see, we're going to be using this, and it actually has a built-in parking brake feature, so that way you don't have to go hunt down the parking brake. Everything you need for your double dent is going to wire into this, so it makes this install very easy. So stay tuned, and I'll show you how to wire this all together. The only other thing you're going to need, which is still in my bag, is an antenna adapter, which is a BA22 from Best Kits, and that will allow us to connect to the factory antenna. Alright, so stay tuned, and I'll show you how to wire this all together, or I'll wire it right now, and then I'll show you which wire goes to where. Alright. Hey guys, how's it going? So, as you can see, we have the stereo out of the box, and we have our side clips on, so those are going to clip onto that silver faceplate, so we can put this stereo in. Now, the thing is, on the back of here, if you're going to be using the navigation functions, there is a speed in. This speed in goes to the vehicle speed sensor wire on here, which is going to be a purple-white wire. And then this purple-white wire, which is, it's funny that they would do this on the pack module, but see if I can get it here with my finger. This purple-white wire is actually going to be going to the green wire. This right here is a reverse wire. So if you're hooking up a backup camera, you would put this to the green wire on this. And it's in a little bundle, which I will show you in a second. Don't take it out of the big bundle. The big bundle one will probably be for this speaker. So I will show you in one moment here. But do not hook up the reverse wire unless you are hooking up a backup camera. Otherwise, every time you put the car into reverse, it will switch to the backup camera menu, which you can turn off, but it's up to you if you want to hook this up. If you're not using a backup camera, don't hook that up. Okay, so, and then if we look over this, as you can see, I've soldered all our wires together. It's pretty much color-coded. On your pack module here, you're going to have a big bundle and a little bundle. The little bundle is going to have an amp turn-on in it. It's going to have our vehicle speed sensor wire, which is going to be the purple-white wire right here. The red-white wire is going to be your parking brake. So the parking brake wire is that light green wire on your stereo. Hook the light green wire up to the red-white. The red wire right here goes to your accessory wire, which is the red wire on your harness, so that's color coded. And then the orange white goes to orange white, that's color coded. And yeah, blue white to blue white. And then on the big bundle, which is all your speaker wires, your ground and everything, literally match it. So yellow to yellow, green black to green black, green to green, gray to gray, gray black to gray black, white to white, white black to white black, and so on and so forth. Just color code match those ones, okay? And when you're done, it looks like this. The only ones that are actually off color are going to be your parking brake and the stuff in the little bundle, which I just first read off. And if you are 100% curious, if you look at this diagram, it will show you again and clarify what I've told you. All right? But everything matches up with the stereo. White, black, unless you're using Alpine. If you're using Alpine, it's different. They use a yellow blue wire and a yellow black wire. And those two, one's going to go to your parking brake and one's going to go to your foot brake. Unfortunately, this module doesn't have the foot brake, so you will have to run a wire from here to your foot brake wire, and you'll have to look it up, your foot brake wire, on a website. You can check the 12volt.com or something, but if you're not hooking up an Alpine, which is awesome, you can then hook up just the way I've shown you here. Alright, so stay tuned and I'll put this inside the vehicle. Hey guys, how's it going? So I got a quick note for you too. When you're wiring this up, if you are using a Sony deck or some decks and you wire it up and all of a sudden when you hook it up, you can hear the people because your microphone's working, but the people cannot hear, or well, no, the people can hear you, but you can't hear them because you're sitting in your car. That would mean the microphone's working, but you're not getting any audio to your speakers. What this means is you've got either the Sony problem or there are other decks. And what you have to do is when you're wiring up the wiring like I just showed you how to, you have to, instead of doing green to green and green black to green black, you have to do green to white on the stereo and green black to white black on the stereo as well. So if you look, this is the stereo connector, and as you can see, the white is going to the green and the white black is going to the green black. And then you're going to do the greens to the whites on this side, so that way those are reversed. So then what you're going to do is, like I said, so now we've got green black coming out of the back of the stereo, this one. This is going to go to white black. And then the reason why you have to do this is because the Bluetooth works weird with these ones, and the pack module doesn't actually really use the rear channel. So since they don't, you have to wire it this way, otherwise you won't get the audio because it tries to shoot it through the rear channel, if that makes sense. So you're going to go white to green black, white black to green black, then you're going to do gray black to purple black, and purple, and then gray to purple. And then, of course, do the opposite for the other side. Alright guys, so another thing I noticed is when we try to press the eject on here, it will go out, but when it tries to go back in, it keeps going in and out because it's not getting in there properly. So, if you have that problem, take a knife like so, an X-Acto blade, put it on the plastic, and you do something known as shaving. The reason why you do it like this is if you try it any other way, it might start to leave ridges. If you do it this way, it's going to shave plastic away slowly, and once it gets to the point where it's perfect for you, then you just stop and, of course, just keep testing it out, and that's all you're going to do until it closes flush. Alright? Cool. Hey guys, the last quick thing for you. If you undo your dash and you see this metal piece in there, you'll see 3 screws. It's going to be right behind where this deck is. You're going to release the top one and the 2, slide this out and get it the hell out of there. Otherwise your deck's not going to sit flat, and that would suck. So, once you get it in there, you're all good. And then, like I said, just clean up your wiring down here so nothing's shaking around and you're all good. Alright guys, so if you look up in here, you can see I've got the microphone right here. What you do is you take your panel popper or your fingernail and you pull this back, and see how you get this gap in here? You tucked in the Bluetooth wire along here, you pull up your weather seal, and it opens all the way down to here. Once it does that, Then you're going to have a plastic trim piece right here. You're going to lift this off. Just reach around it and pry up a little bit. When you pry it up, this will pop out of the way like so. After you do that, there will be this piece that'll be in right here. All you do is you pull on the bottom pole here, and it comes right out. You see, you'll see the two clips. Pull out the top, then pull up, and it pulls out the bottom. And you can see my Bluetooth wire right here. Once you get it down here, you can leave it just dangling right here. You're going to reach one hand in this hole, one hand up from down here. You're going to touch your fingers, but you're going to have the piece in there, and you're going to grab it and pull the cord up here so it's right in your deck spot. And then after you do that, you're just going to tie a couple zap straps around the bundle. Down here, you're going to see lots of stuff to tie zap straps to. So just tie a couple zaps around there. One there, and it'll hold it, and then put your weather seal back, and you've got that. And then what you're going to do is once you get over here, do the same thing only with your glove box. You're going to pop your glove box open. You can stick your hand in this hole and literally reach into your glove box. See my finger right there? And you're just going to drop all your USB connections in there and your auxiliary if you're hooking up an auxiliary, all right? So from there, you're going to plug in your antenna adapter like so. It's a very tight fit, as you can see. Mine actually won't click in because it's very tight in. And then the next thing you're going to do is connect your main connector, which is this one. Now, when you're wiring this up, when you're wiring, you'll see that this had beveled edges on the corners. There should have been two plugs that comes with your CHY4. Make sure you wired in the one with the beveled edges. You're going to plug that into this connector. You're going to hear this probably make some chime noise, it usually does. And then from there, you're going to test it. After you've tested and everything's good, bolt it in and watch this video in reverse for putting it back together. As you remember, it's super easy. Your 4 Torx is bolt the radio in. You can, of course, clean up your wiring. And then from there, you're just going to press the panels back in. All right, I hope this video helped you out. Like it if it did. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Subscribe for more. All right, peace. We'll also be running a subwoofer in this afterwards. So if you want to see that video, be sure to stick around. Hey guys, the last quick thing for you. The yellow connector is actually the antenna portion. We thought it might have been the white one, but yeah, we were able to get the clip to finally fit into the yellow, and it fits perfect. So once you get it in there, you should have perfect AM/FM reception.